Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, then you're welcome. I really appreciate you. Please subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification button so that whenever I make a post, you're going to get the notification. Then if you're a returning viewer, I am so happy. You are the reason we are still here. So my name is Ebere Adirika of Bell Signatures, and today I'd like to teach us how to take accurate body measurements, and I'm going to be focusing on the full bodies, okay, because it's going to help you to understand better how to draft your basic bodies. So I'm going to be starting from the shoulder. You start from this connection, where we call the shoulder socket. That's where you start from. So you start from the right side, you measure from the back. Starting from this connection that we have on the shoulder where the bone is slightly deepened. Okay, so you start from one side to the other, and that will be your shoulder measurement. Then the next measurement you want to take is your bust measurement. Now, in taking your bust measurement, you want to look out for the biggest part of the bust, and that should be the nipple area. So you take the tape around your bust like this and get your measurement. Please, when you're taking your bust measurement, even if your client says, I don't want my clothes to be tight, don't worry, you don't have to start loosening your tape. Measure it accurately, get the right measurement, then you can decide on adding more allowances to your bust measurement. The bust span measurement. When we talk about the bust span measurement, we are talking about the measurement, the distance between your nipple to nipple, from your right nipple to your left nipple. So you take it from one nipple to the other, and that will be your bust span measurement. And this measurement is usually useful in your dart placement. So you need the bust span measurement for your dart placement. Then another measurement you also need is your bust point measurement. You measure it from the shoulder here, that's very close to your neck, the nape of your neck, to your nipple, that's your bust point. Then the next measurement that we're going to be taking, now that I have your attention, is your waist measurement, your half length. Some people call it half cut, half length, waist measurement. So you need to take that measurement, and here is how to do it. Now, I would like to point out something. Your front waist measurement is not the same thing as your back waist measurement. Why? Because the front has a bust. This bust protruding here adds to your measurement. So how do we detect the difference? Here is what to do. When you want to measure your client or yourself, what you want to do is to tie. Okay, let me use myself for instance. When you tilt this way, there is this part of your body that deepens effortlessly. So that's your waistline. So you want to tie a rope around your waistline. All right, so you can ask someone to help you tie a rope around your waistline. Then you can measure from your shoulder to this point, to the beginning of the tape, and also take the same measurement from your shoulder, from your back to the tape too. But I'm going to be using my form as an example. Let's assume that this is where the navel is. If this is where your navel is, then you want to go up by 2 inches. You want to go up by 2 inches from your navel. So here is going to be our waistline. So let me tie this here. So now that I've tied this, I like to measure from the shoulder. Make sure you go across the fullest part of your bust and to the tape. So I have here 15.75. So let's compare it to that of the back. Some people have a difference of 1 inch, 2 inches, so it depends. That's why it's important for you to take this measurement. So from your shoulder to this point, I have 13.75. What it means is that this form has a difference of 2 inches. So you'll encounter some clients that have differences of 1 inch, 2 inches, even 3 inches. I've even encountered that of 4 inches. So it's very important to take this measurement. So the next thing you want to take is your under bust measurement. So you take it from your shoulder to just below your bust here. You want to take it below your bust, you know where the bra stops. So that's where you want to measure your under bust measurement. And on that same part, you also want to measure the circumference of your under bust. Your under bust circumference, I like to note it as my first waist. So you also measure that. So because we have taken our half length measurement, you also need to measure the circumference of that waistline. So here that we tied the tape, you also need to measure it round so that you get your waist circumference. Another thing you will need for your basic bodice is your across front measurement. It's also called the front width. So you want to measure not exactly from the arm, not exactly from the armpit, okay? So you want to measure from here, let's say from the beginning of your bra strap to the beginning of the bra strap from this side. So you want to measure from here to here to get your front width. So this is how you do it. So this is how you do it. You measure your front width. Then another measurement that will be needed, though it's not a must, is to measure your armhole circumference. That's going under. You take the tape below your armpit and measure it round. Your armhole circumference, but there are other methods to determine it mathematically. Then the last but not the least is the full length of your top. So usually people's full length go between 23 and 25 depending on their height and sometimes their weight. I know I've encountered some plus sizes that their full length got up to 25. Mine is 23. So you need to take the full measurement of your top. Wherever you prefer your top to stop, you need to take that measurement also. So as we go on, we are going to be learning more on measurements. So I would like you to stick with this channel. If you're just joining us, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, I would like you to press the like button, share the video so that your other soul friends can get to know this. Once again, I'm Ebere Aderika and this is Bell Signatures. Thank you.